welcome to Friday night's episode of the Blitz Pickup. Little bit of an interesting episode with the panel up here tonight, but we're going to talk about yesterday's practice and week 2 preview for Saturday's game. Without anything else from me, Tony, Lou, welcome up.
Yo.
Jess, what's good?
What's up?
Hey, y'all can hear me good now?
We got you. We can hear you.
Yeah, Tone, you good?
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure I sound good out of the country. You feel me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me loud and clear.
Well, I think that would be a good place to start real quick. Hey, Tone, give us an update of you getting into Paris, right? How was the flight down there and everything good on your end over there, dog?
Yeah, pretty much everything was good. Thank God we had a nice plane. We had like a good, I'll say, 30 to 40 minutes straight of turbulence, like non-stop turbulence because we were going through a storm. Um, But yeah, man, everything it went pretty smooth. They treated us good. They fed us like 3 times. We had free Wi-Fi, free movies, so everything was good on the flight getting here. As soon as we touched down, now I'm not gonna lie, the jet lag. I thought jet lag was gonna kill me because I realized because we flew out at 11, but we got over here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So basically, I didn't get no, I didn't get any sleep because as soon as we touched down, we went and did a couple of excursions, and then later on we went to the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is amazing. I got a couple of videos. It was amazing. We climbed it with this. Listen, I don't recommend this. We took the stairs. You have 2 options. You can either take the elevator or you can take the stairs. We wanted to be tough and take the stairs. Yeah, I'm skipping leg day for the next probably 3 months. When it come to that, but yeah, I'm technically outside. I wish I could. Later on, I'll probably come on camera to show y'all that I'm outside. But it seems like whenever I turn on my camera, my service get bad. But I'm literally standing outside because we walking back to our hotel. But yeah, man, everything's good. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. Out here in France, everyone is rude as hell. People rude. There's no manners. All right, it's kind of wild out here, but listen, I know how to be rude, so I fit right on in. But it's nice out here. I'll give you that. It's nice. It was hot as hell, but it got a nice cool breeze right now. So yeah, man, what's good with y'all though?
Lou, anything? Oh, maybe.
Did we lose? Lou?
I don't know. He's got a little bit of static. He's probably trying to figure it out. But anyway,
Hey Lou, man, listen, Lou, my connection can't, huh? My connection can't be better than yours out the country, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I do want to say, Gameboy 305 said that you can pull up from Spain, but Alex can't pull up from across the street. Is wild.
Hey, by any means necessary, Game 305. At this point, man, yeah, Alex ain't got no excuses. I'm not even lying to you. But I think I heard Lou. What's good with you, Lou?
Hey, man, that's crazy, Tone. How the hell do you have better reception than I do? And I'm in the States and you ain't, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm outside as well. Life is life, and that's why I was running a little late today. But hey, Tone, it's good to know that you down there safe. You made it there safe, and you're having a good time so far, man. So that's what's up, man. Now
Yeah,
we
we
can
had a
get.
blast today. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost what it is. What time it is? It might be 2 o'clock right now where I'm at. And I haven't slept since. I haven't slept since from y'all time. I haven't slept since whatever Thursday, whatever time I woke up Thursday. I haven't slept until right now.
First of all, y'all's time is wild. Like you one of us. Like don't come out here and say y'all's time.
Well, whatever time it is over back in America, because over here is Saturday, early like 2 o'clock Saturday morning. So it feel like a day and a half at minimum that I haven't slept. But I've been outside. That sun wore me down. I'm not gonna lie to you. But thank God there's a cool breeze out here, so I could go ahead and walk these streets and do this show and don't worry about being sweaty or nothing like that.
Yeah. That's a fact. Hey, Jess, though, Again, we got to hold accountability here. I cannot believe that man been down there one day and he changed already. Y'all's time. That's crazy.
No, we not. Apparently, we not as good as him anymore. He done
Yeah,
moved and left. Forgot about us all.
yeah, yeah. Y'all Americans over there, man. You know what I'm saying?
You're adapting well, Tone.
Hey,
Hey.
Tone, hey, Jess, it sound like Tone not trying to get beat up by them Frenchmen over there, man. That's what it sound like.
Let us know if they
What?
go down the
Luke,
corner. They
Luke,
use hands
What
and
do you
feet.
mean by that?
what, what you mean I'm not trying to get beat up by no Frenchman, man? What you think this is?
Hey,
What you
Just want to
trying to
make sure
say?
you're good.
It's still seven-toe tone out here, no matter where I'm at. You hear me?
You got
Think
your
about it.
two
that's a
phones.
fact.
I walk in the street at 2 o'clock in the morning, like I belong here.
Oh, there's a question for you, Tone, in the chat. It says,
What is
ask Tony what that passport says. Y'all Americans.
it? I don't know. I just handed it to him and they put a stamp on it, so I don't know what the passport say. But what's good, man? What we got today, man? You know what I'm saying? Y'all catch me up on some news, or did I? What did I miss? Technically, I'm in the future, so I can predict the future right now. It's Saturday for me.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Tone, I guess the only thing because the Dolphins didn't practice today. Well, what am I doing, Jess? This is your part. I'll let you take off. My bad, Jess.
Wait, you get I don't really have much on this. I honestly I have not paid attention to much of what happened yesterday. As you know, I went to the Breezy Bowl again, and Jess has been in Chris Brown world for the past couple days, so the Dolphins don't exist to me right now. That comes back tomorrow, I guess. So I'm gonna let you take this, but I want to highlight Gameboy 305's comment because he asking Tone, how do you say greenlit in French?
That's a good
Oh
question.
Lord, I'm gonna have to ask one of my fellow Frenchmen that. Let me get back. Let me get back to you on that one. Hey, hold up. We can get into the show if it ain't no new news, man. Let's
Uh,
go ahead and
well,
get the rock.
all right. So Tone, on the day that you left the states, the Dolphins had their second joint practice against the Detroit Lions, and we obviously Wednesday on the
I
Wednesday
saw that one, Lou.
episode.
I saw that
What
one.
happened?
I left afterwards, so I'm caught up with that. So that means we good. Then we could go. We get the rocking.
All right, cool. So again, coming off of day one of the joint practice with Detroit Tone, obviously they punched us in the mouth. We already kind of highlighted that. It sounded like the Dolphins bounced back in day two of joint practice against the Lions, offensively, defensively. It sounded like the Dolphins won that day. Give us your thoughts on: are you glad and happy that the team kind of punched back when they got punched in the mouth in the beginning of the joint practice?
Hey Lou, what I would say is shout out to the producer for coming up with the title of the show, because the message was sent day one. Um, you don't get called out, right? And then you have that showing, and then you show up. Now, with all reports came out, I was still in the states, so yeah, they punched back. Patrick Paul, it seemed like he was sending a message. He was handling his business. He pushed the DB down to where he forced the DB to throw a punch at him and things of that nature. But I'm sorry, but I wanted that energy from day one. It's good for them. I'll say that it's good for them to fight back. But last time I checked, this is not the NBA, Lou. There's only one game in the NFL. This ain't no 7 game series. You don't get the best of four of three. I mean, the best of five. Nothing like that. So when someone calls you out, you don't wait till they punch you in your mouth and then you were like, now we got to fight back. Like he told you he was gonna punch you in your mouth before you got there. Like, I don't get that. I'm not giving them credit. Now, kudos to them. They did what they have to do because they still have to, play a full season. They still have a full season ahead of them. They got 17 games to play. So yes, that's good on their behalf. But me as a fan, if you saying that I'm happy with that, not necessarily. No. It makes me seem like hopefully moving forward, you don't have to wait till somebody actually punch you in your mouth after they already told you they were going to punch you in your mouth before you respond like that. This is the thing what we keep talking about when it comes to mindset, right, Lou? Because a person like me, a person like you, when someone say, I don't think they're ready for the type of practices that we have, that's a call out. That's a challenge. We meeting that with brute force. There's not no questions asked. There's not going to be a if and or buts about it. When we go up the showdown, it's to all set the standards. It's to prove a point that next time don't run your mouth. So no, I'm not impressed. I'm not happy about it. I still feel like this team is still mentally soft. Uh, Hopefully this is a step forward to them at least understanding you have to come with that energy from day one. But dude, I don't think you could build a dog, right? A dog didn't need that message to be sent to them for them to say, okay, this is how we got to respond. Natural born dogs, they own that from day one. So unfortunately for me, no, Lou, I'm not impressed about what happened. I'm glad because I'm a fan of the team. Hopefully they do better, but I'm not impressed. I'm still disappointed.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Tone, because I'm right there with you. I'm not impressed that they bounced back neither. I'm in line with you. The fact of the matter is, you highlighted certain things. We obviously know that Detroit called them out before they even played. They got punched in the mouth. Okay, cool. Everybody's taking the victory lap now that they punched back. Tony, you said something though that again I was waiting. I've been sitting on this all day long because I didn't want to let this out the bag. You mean to tell me on one of the best runs of the day that the Dolphins had, right? Patrick Paul got his hands on a cornerback, pushed him to the ground. You just told everybody that corner got up and threw a punch at Patrick Paul. By all reports, and I was just watching a little bit of the Dolphin Collective before I came over here, and Alan Pupar even said it. He
He
said to
just
all
walked away.
Patrick, he just walked away. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I didn't
bro.
like that at all.
You're 6'8", 300 and something pounds, and you letting a cornerback swing on you, and the only thing you do is walk away. Now let me say this: in a game, right? We know what Patrick Paul means to the Dolphins. Okay, cool. If you want to walk away from that and not get a penalty or whatever, that's fine, cool, right? I even get it. But in a practice where nothing will happen to you, what's the worst that can happen to you? They're gonna tell you, hey, you're gonna miss the last like 20 minutes of practice. All right, cool. I'm whooping the ever living dog shit out of that corner, Tone, if I'm Patrick Paul. And the fact that he didn't and just walk away, it for me, bro, it's concerning. That's right there. That's the mindset. Patrick Paul might be a dog on the field, but again, bro, someone physically threw a punch at you. Now, what's even more concerning, Tone, Jess, everybody in the chat, right? When we watch other joint practices going across the league and you're on Twitter or wherever you're getting your information from, and you see every time the Rams and the Dallas Cowboys get together, there's brawls. I'm talking about melees, right? We had a player get punched in, basically get a punch thrown at him, and all we did was walk away. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. So, Tone, I'm with you. I don't think, again, yeah, I guess good that you fought back after getting punked week one, but still, to the point, it it's crazy how we had players fight each other, throw punches at each other, but another team throws punches at you, and again, literally throws punches at you, and you don't respond. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. I'm with Tone on this one. I know people in the chat, they like to see me and Tony go at it and argue, and hopefully we could do that a little bit later on the show. But nah, I think Tony was spot on in this first assessment. Yeah, I guess it's good for the Dolphins to fight back, but nah, it should have been on that first day of joint practice, not the second. And especially the shit with Patrick Paul. But I'm sorry, I don't like anything about getting a punch thrown at you and you walking away. I don't
Hey,
respect that at all. I'm sorry.
hey, can y'all? I mean, my phone is a little far, so I can't. Do my name say Frenchman Tony H? Did some,
It definitely
yeah,
does.
yo, no, I'm not gonna lie. That is wild. But but Lou, let me ask you a question. To me, right, we always talk about mindsets, and we said Tua good enough to not be good enough, and I brought it to the table and said maybe do we think Chris Greer he might just be in the same boat, good enough to not be good enough, right? Look at Patrick Paul. By all means, the whole offseason, training camp, everything. I'm like, yo, I like what I'm seeing for him. He's dominating. He's doing this. He's doing that. It's everything was seeming like he was gonna be one of those bulldogs, one of those dudes that we could count on to set the tone. He got the size, so he could impose his will on anyone. But then you come to things like this, and it's like, bro, why do we always have these people that like it's something that just not there? They not all the way one of them type of people. It's like it seems like we could find something and be like, yo, that what was your mindset? Why is it always a problem with the mindset of the people that we bring in? Can somebody please explain to me? Like, can do any of y'all have an answer for that? Why it seem like we can't get the people that has that mentality to where you don't have to worry about nothing? It's always something to be like, man, I got a little bit of question about this guy. Even from a guy like Patrick Paul.
Well, I don't know, Tone. That's a very good question. I know people. Game Boy 305 is in the chat, and he brought up that that's a 15-yard penalty again in a game, and I
And a
highlighted that.
practice.
But in practice, it's no 15-yard penalty, right? Like again, to your point, Tone. It's concerning that again a punch was thrown at you, and all you did was walk away. Like, no, bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm throwing punches back because a person like me, Tone, I don't know if you feel like this, but if I'm on that field, again, a defensive player, and I watch Patrick Paul after getting that guy throws a punch at me or whatever, if Patrick Paul would have picked him up and boomed his motherfucking ass, right?
Slammed him. Yeah.
I would have, me being a player on that team, that would have got me excited. That would have got me more hype. That would have got me like, oh shit, we're here to play. Nah, we ain't getting bullied. We gonna be the bullies, right? And I just think him walking away, bro, it's like, it just, to your point, Tone, I like Patrick Paul. I think he's gonna be a very good player if he can stay healthy and he keeps developing, right? I'm not talking about the player, but we always talk about mindset over here. And I'm sorry, the mindset is someone hits me, I'm hitting them back. That should be the mindset. Not someone can throw punches at me, this, that, and the third, and all I'm gonna do is walk away. Like, nah, bro. That I just I don't understand how Patrick Paul put that corner on the field. That corner got up, he got mad. His first reaction was, oh hell nah. He just boomed me to the ground. His reaction was throw a punch. Patrick Paul's reaction was walk away. Nah, bro, I'm sorry that again, I like the player, Tone, but to your question, I don't know why it is that we have guys like that, because that's a mindset thing, right? It's not about the physicality. It's not that, bro. Patrick Paul, it was a cornerback. We know off rip, Patrick Paul is way bigger than that cornerback. And I'm sorry, bro, that guy punched you, and you basically got punked by a corner at 6'8", 340 something pounds, 350 some pounds. Nah, that's all about mindset, Tone. And I don't think Patrick Paul in that aspect has the mindset that we're looking for. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think what make it worse, Lou, and we could focus on the positives after that. I just, my initial reaction is going to be obviously like keep it 100%. We can focus on the positives that came out, so we don't just focus on the negative. But I think the worst part about that is that it was coming after not only being called out and then getting completely dominated the day before, right? So it just doubles the frustration for me when it's coming off that type of performance. Even if you want, because he was one of the ones that say, no, we have to do better. We have to, step up to the plate. He said that. They interviewed him afterwards. So you should understood, like, nah, you go all out. And I'm sorry. I know you said Game Boy 305 said that the 15-yard penalty. Um, I wouldn't mind if he dog walk somebody in the game and take that 15-yard penalty. But you setting a standard and you setting a tone. This is don't come over here with that. No, you keep that over there. Or we willing to throw hands. But it is what it is. I see the only positive I can see out there is if he want to be one of those pest type dudes that he get under your skin and then force you to get a 15-yard penalty. Okay, I get it. But we got the label of being soft, so we don't have the luxury of giving them the benefit of doubt for that kind of behavior or reaction or lack thereof from a guy throwing a punch. That's physically, you know, like threatening you or challenging you, you have to respond better than that. But I would like to get in some like how y'all feel about, well, just if you don't mind, let me I want to know how y'all feel about the positive that came out. It seemed like Waddle had a day. It seemed like the defense was dominant as we, expected them to be. Uh, they coming out of practice. Do y'all feel at least better about the performance and not the mindset of it? Like what we talking about with the performance part of it?
We lost
Oh,
Lou.
did
He's
we
trying to
lose?
come in. Yeah, he's in here twice, but the other one I think will
Hold
fall
on,
out.
hold on, man. Listen, man. I'm literally walking down the street in France. Right? I hope my and you gonna let me have better. You gonna have me have better connection than you, bro? Like, what we doing here, my man? um, what I was gonna say, but well, I will say this. If until we get Lou, at least for that part, I've always said since the beginning of this offseason, Waddle better be the best receiver on this team this year if the Dolphins know what's good for them. So the fact that he seemed to come into this training camp with a mindset that he's going to be dominant from the offset, I like that. At least I like that mindset. I like that mentality, and I like to see that it's showing up in training camp and it's showing up in practices. And him and Tua seem to have that connection because going forward, Waddle is going to have to be wide receiver number one. He is, and you could draft another guy, to replace a Tyreek Hill or replace a Waddle and Waddle replace a Tyreek Hill as far as being that number one receiver. This is one of the reasons why we wanted BTJ. We always gonna say this, but hey, you know what, Jess? Did you see all the reports coming out of on Thursday?
I did not.
Oh
Um,
man,
I did
ah,
see some of them, especially the ones, oh, they did so much better. In all honesty, I'm glad that it's being said that, they came back with a punch, they did better. But I want to see what that transpires. Well, we know the starters aren't playing tomorrow, but I want to see what they do tomorrow. That's really
well,
all.
maybe the chat can answer this question, right? Um, there was a question that came up in spaces about Mika Parsons and possibly trading for him, and the question was actually, who would be willing to trade? And me and Lewis, we went on the record saying that we wouldn't be willing to trade Chop in a scenario to get Mika Parsons because we like to ask the possibility of him being on the outside, like both of them being on the side, right? Of each other, so on the opposite side of each other and creating havoc. But outside of you know training camp when he was going against us, how correct me if I'm wrong, but Chop Robinson haven't been doing too shabby in these joint practices or in the preseason games. So I don't know. Y'all tell me, should we be concerned about a sophomore slump with Chop Robinson? Should we have any concerns? Jess, do you have any cause for concerns based
No,
on what you've seen? No, you
no,
think he'll be good?
I think he'll be just fine.
Just saying that because he light skinned. I don't even know why I asked you.
I do like him, but no, I think he'll be perfectly fine. I don't really see him having a slump like that. No. I
Well,
think he.
So
what's not a slump though, Jess?
I
What
was
does
gonna
that
say
look
I'll
like?
get about that. Yeah.
I mean,
So what?
I'm not really gonna be like, oh, they drilling on you in the chat, Tony, because you call him Minka and not Micah.
Y'all call him Minka Park? I thought I said Micah. Well, if my bad. Hey, listen, man, I got a French accent. Charge it up.
You said that's your French accent. Dang, you got that
French
pretty quick.
accent.
No, but
Yo,
I'm not gonna say he's gonna have a slump here. I just don't. I don't see it. I mean, he's doing fine to me. I'm not gonna bang on him on the preseason about this right now. When it comes to week 3, ask me again, and then I might change my mind. But I think right now he's fine. He's gonna start the season fine. He's gonna make it through the season just fine. He gonna be
Yeah,
all
yeah,
but
right.
yeah.
it
I'm
it
saying he haven't made. Go ahead, Lou. My bad. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying it's concerning though. And again, Tone, you could stop me if I'm wrong, but I've heard he's looked every time that we've been in shorts and t-shirt, he's looked amazing. right? But when them pads come on, it's been underwhelming. No, that's a concern. They don't play this game in t-shirts and shorts. They play this game in helmets and full pads. And again, I know the kid is young. I know he started coming on at the end of the last year, but nah, bro, like a- again, is that not a concern to anybody that he's looking good in t-shirts and shorts? He looks like so dominant. He's just flying off the ball. He's making plays everywhere. And then when the pads come on, it's not that. Like, is that not a concern to you, Jess, Tone, or anybody else?
To me, it is because, like I said, he hasn't been doing anything to be impressive, right? In joint practices or in the first preseason. Now, let's see if he do. Let's. I don't even know how much is he going to play this preseason, but let's see how he perform. You to when is it for? It's for me. Is it tomorrow? Right? I'm sorry. It's tomorrow. The
Yeah,
game
yeah.
tomorrow.
Well,
Okay.
well, well. It's for you today. Well, no, tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. You right. It's today at 7 o'clock p.m. for me today. The
yeah.
game come on 7 p.m.
And it's tomorrow for us at one p.m. So, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so let's see how we do in the game, the upcoming game. And again, listen, they play football in pads. It's
Well,
not shorts, t-shirts, and shorts. So he has to be impressive in pads. And for the most part, he been going against the twos. Like he plays, they put him in there with the ones as well. But when he get, it's the same thing I said about Kenny Grant. Like Kenny Grant, I see them. They put his highlights of how he was doing good and how he was making plays. But I said that I'm like, yeah, but that came later on in the game when he first got in the game, which was the second team. He wasn't doing that against those guys. So I mean, good for him that he seemed like he got in his groove and he started making plays. I would like to see him be a little bit more impactful from the jump start. But he's a rookie, so I'm not even gonna put too much emphasis on that because Jonah didn't look too shabby as well when, to start off the game either. He missed a couple of blocks and he was in la la land
hey,
for yo.
hey, Tone. David is in the chat, basically saying he's been to all the training camp practices, and that. I guess what I said is a lie. He's saying Chop Robinson has looked good in pads. Do you agree
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that, or?
yeah, yes, and that's what I said. Outside of the practices with us and against us, that's why I don't know, Lou. You wasn't on stage. I was talking about joint practices and preseason. Cause yes, he did look pretty good in pads against us. Rushing up that middle and it was we not playing with our starting offensive line anyways. So yes, in our practices, he has looked good. But I'm saying ever since we started joint practices and preseason, somebody give me a play that he made. Did he make at least a play so far from Chicago to now in Detroit? Can someone point out a play that he made? I know he went down with injury, but he came back, you know. So all I'm just saying is, should we be concerned? We not jumping out the window saying that it's over. I'm just saying after me and you, Lou, came out and endorsed the fact that we would not oh no, just I'm outside. They outside. That we would not trade them for Micah Parsons, right? And then now going back and evaluating how he's been performing, I'm like, well, we wouldn't trade you because we was hoping that you approve upon your second half of the season that you looked at pretty good. Like we couldn't take nothing away from him, especially how he looked in that Green Bay game, even though we got smacked around. But his impact on defense in that Green Bay game is what I was saying. Now that's the type of impact that I'm looking for a first round draft pick, 21st overall pick. He was demanding double teams, even triple teams at once. He was the direct effect and the direct reason that certain people got sacked because they was paying enough attention on him and putting extra people on his side. So those are the type of disruptive plays that I want to see from him to where it's impacting the game and impacting the quarterback. So yeah, I think to me, I don't have normal expectation for a Chop Robinson. I don't look at him as a rotational piece, even though he seems to be like that. But I think when your name is called, you have to come in and make an immediate impact. So for me, from that standpoint, yes, I am a bit concerned that he's not making more of an impact when we go up against the opposing teams. Because at the end of the day, again, those are the people that we're going to be playing in the regular season. We're not playing against each other. We're not going to be week 1, 2 through 17 or through 18. We're not playing the Dolphins. It's never going to be Dolphins on Dolphins. It's going to be the Dolphins versus the opposing team, other teams. So I need that type of effort that he have against us in practice to show up against the other teams. So yeah, again, I am kind of concerned. I'm not willing to, wave the red flag and cause some kind of ruckus about it. But I'm just keeping my eyes on it and say, Chuck Robinson, bro, I'm gonna need you to be more impactful, if you will.
Mm. Tone, let me ask you this. I don't know when I fell off, when I fell off, if you and Jess talked about this, but Mike McDaniel came out today and said the starters will not be playing against the Detroit Lions tomorrow. Your thoughts on that?
Wait, he said that?
Yeah, basically he said the starters will not play tomorrow.
Man, that should have been some information. That should have been information that y'all should have. Isn't that our second? I don't know if you want. Isn't that part of the second question though? I don't know if you want to just skip it. You want to get into the second question already, Jess, or what? Because
Yeah, we can
if I
move
leave
on.
it,
You know what, man? I've been skipping Jess all night, man. My bad,
that's
Jess.
crazy.
It's all
That's crazy.
Wow,
right.
wilding, bro.
Well,
That's
hey
crazy.
man, hey man, I'm just trying to get into the show. I for, damn man, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I guess we can. So what I would say that should have been something when I asked y'all knew. That should have been something that I wasn't aware of that. I'm disappointed. I'm
We,
sorry.
yeah, we told you that. Tone backstage. We told you that.
Did you? I don't. You know
Yeah.
what? I was real about getting my camera work. I mean, not my
You,
camera, but
you, you
my
see, Jess,
connection work.
no accountability from Tone, Jess. He tries to put it on
I
us.
was,
See that?
no, I said I was trying to get my. I ain't say nothing about y'all. I was trying to get my connection right, so I may have skipped over. That. I forgot it maybe, but
Lou, just like he told us, y'all Americans, that's them French people.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's that French man up in the corner.
okay. So the starters aren't playing. Wow. Okay, I'm disappointed. I'm be real with you. First of all, we supposed to treat the second game like before when we had the four, preseason games, like the third game, because that last preseason game, you want to get all the backups and the guys that's on the fringe of making this team. You want to give them as much game and playing time as you can. Yo, what is Mike McDaniel doing? Why do he feel like he gotta act like he could outsmart people and just do things that don't make sense? I think he should have learned right now, just simplify the game. Get back to the basics. Like, no, we need to, first of all, we need to see our starters as much as we can. Because Tariq's been out, so there goes timing. This is a timing based offense. And then we got a new defensive secondary. All four of our secondaries are new. You got a new a rookie D tackle. I don't know how much he's playing. I don't know if they're gonna play him right. Jonah. Now, if he hold Jonah out, that's gonna even be worse. But I think everyone we need to start building that camaraderie now. These are the important snaps that you could start building that chemistry and get in the rhythm and get the timing down. So I don't think we, as a team, with our failures, I don't think we have the luxury of saying, you know what, now we know y'all gonna get it right during the season. And if you do, right, let's say play them, let's say for a long period of time, for if they play extended minutes in the third preseason game, I'm gonna really be pissed off. Cause you know what? That's gonna affect our depth. That's going to affect your ability to evaluate the backups when we know that's what we've been lacking in the most with this team. Why is he making these decisions that makes no sense? It's common sense to me. What's wrong with Mike McDaniel? I'm sorry, yo, if this season don't go well, and I mean not just one playoff victory well, I'm talking about multiple playoff victory wells, get him out the building. I'm done with him. I'm tired of him. It's annoying. It's tiresome, and it's embarrassing at this point. I'm done with him. The pressure should be on him. I don't know what he do with these decisions. He's always outsmarting himself. Sometimes you could just use common sense and stick to the basics. No, I would like to see our starters play because they need all the rep and all the reps that they can get. I'm sorry, but yeah, me, Lou, I don't like that. And Jess, I'm sorry, Lou and Jess.
Yeah, I don't like it neither. And I don't even think in the third preseason game, to your point, they're going to play the starters for. I mean, they might play them, but I don't see them playing like an extended amount of time. Tone, Jess, the fact of the matter is, you remember when we kind of started off slow last year with specifically in Jacksonville, right? Week 1 at home. And I think it was a couple weeks later,
Yes,
Tyreek Hill came out and said, well, me and Tua need more reps. We need this. We need that. Well, ain't this the time where those reps are supposed to be taking place? Off season, training camp, preseason. These are the times. And I don't understand the pussyfooting around like practice and play and holding people out and giving vet days and this and that. Bro, like, Miami has one of the youngest teams in the league. I know people don't want to hear it, but I think we're the 6th youngest team in the league. Like, why are we not playing these guys and stuff? I know there's injuries and people are so afraid of, oh my God, what happens if this player gets hurt or this player gets hurt? I don't give a damn no more, bro. Like, you got to get these guys reps. I know Tone will like this, Jess. His favorite quarterback played a whole first quarter in the preseason one. Joe Burrow. Jamar
that's a
Chase was out.
fact.
Jamar Chase was out there the whole out there. Jamar Chase, a guy that won the triple crown from the wide receiver position last year. Yards, touchdowns, and receptions. He led. He played the whole first quarter. Nah, bro. This pussyfooting around with this pussy like this team. Again, that's what I don't like about Mike McDaniel. I can give him a pass on the coach, and I don't kill him like everybody else does. But just the handling of this football team is just it's the scary type of mindset and giving God nah, bro. I just don't respect none of that. So I'm with Tone again. This is concerning that you come and to be honest, you did 2 joint practices with Detroit, right? The first one you get your ass whooped. The second one, by all accounts, you dominated. Wouldn't you want to kind of continue that momentum of the domination at the joint
But
practice?
Lou, I don't mean to cut you off, but let me just say they didn't dominate. They just did a lot better than the day before. I mean, we
Well,
still see
that's
them
true. That's
St.
true.
Brown
That's true.
making plays and things like that. It's just that they were so terrible last year to when they made it competitive, it seemed like night and day.
I agree, Tone. I agree with that.
I just don't get it. Mike, this okay. Oh, I could read. Okay, they got a. What do you guys think of Jordan Phillips? You know what? I was impressed by Jordan Phillips. I was. I like Jordan Phillips. I would like to see him do it against the starters. But I was impressed. I'm not mad at him. What he's a fifth? We got him in the 5th round, right? 5th rounder. So yeah, I'm all good with that. He looked like he could provide some reasonable snaps and be more than serviceable. So I'm good. What you think, Luke?
I mean, again, Jordan Phillips has been good. As a rookie, he's made some plays. I would just temper expectation. Like, I don't think Jordan Phillips is coming out here and getting you 5, 6 sacks, right? If that's what people want. But yeah, so far so good as a rookie. You've heard his name. He's made some plays here and there. So yeah, I'm with Jordan Phillips. I like what I've been seeing.
Yeah, that run stuff on goal line. Yeah, I was highly impressed with that. Fighting through Frenchman Tony is what I said the same thing. They don't they doing me wild out here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it
Well,
is what it is, man.
well, Game Boy 305 says, "Wow, so now we didn't dominate."
No.
No, I don't think like there's highlights of Amara St. Brown scoring. There's highlights of Jared Goff throwing a touchdown to what's the other dude name? Jamison Williams. So like no,
Yeah.
like let's not act like we dominated, bro. Like they did more than what we did in that day. That's what I'm saying. The fact that we did immensely better than last. Practice because we got dominated and walked all over. It makes you seem like we dominated because we finally made some plays. Right now, that our offense, they say their defense was giving up a lot of touchdowns at the early part of the joint practice. Cool. I like to see that kickback. But hey, man, I just feel like, they won. I would say they won the practice, but dominate. No, dominate is what they did to us. You couldn't point to you could point to only maybe one or two plays that they did well. Yeah, the offense showed up. That's what they supposed to do. That's what they are supposed to do. Showing up is not dominant. Dominant is completely wiping the floor with them like they did with us. I'm not saying that they lost. I'm not saying that they did bad. All I'm saying is let's slow down with the dominance talk. Um, the beat writer said we dominated the second practice. That's why people saying that. Oh, go bring me that beat writer. Please show me when they said we dominated practice. No, they didn't. Well, I ain't gonna say no, they didn't. From all accounts that I saw, the beat writer said that they was giving up too many touchdowns at the early parts of practice. That's what I heard. I didn't see no one say they dominated practice, especially at the end of it. At the end of it, we started seeing a little bit too many of the Detroit highlights than I would to my liking. We started seeing a little bit too much. I'm like, you got to finish the day off. You can't just come to a fight and start off good. People do get knocked out in the 11 and 12th round. And at the end of the day, they got the flow mopped with them day one. So listen, you have to, unless they came out there and, like I say, mopped the flow with them and was beating, throwing them all over the place and imposing their will. No, let's not say dominant like they did us. I would say this: if y'all, who you think dominated more, them or us? Who had a better practice? Them on Wednesday or us on Thursday? If we want to say it like that. So no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it was a domination.
Hey,
Did we
that.
lose?
Nah, we didn't lose me. That's crazy. You said that, Tone, because I'm gonna be honest. What do people in Europe know about football, man? So I'm just saying, since you in Europe,
Hey.
you don't know what you're talking about in American football. We dominated on Thursday, man. You don't know what the hell you talking about, Tone.
Hold on, I switched my camera around so I can see some of these comments. Tony is French toast, just toast in France. Oh, it's French toast, just toast in France. I don't know. Hey, watch out, Mike. I don't know. Hey, look, I would say that. Oh, I didn't. I did have a couple of kids thought I was a American basketball player, so I should have kept
I'm
ran with
dead.
that to see if I instead of got me some free stuff. But I was like,
Oh,
nah,
oh,
chill out.
you seen a bunch of Luka Doncic's out there? Is that what you said?
I don't know what they were. I just know they were looking at me acting like I was a basketball player. I said, "Oh, okay. Say less then."
Hey, that's
They said,
crazy. Yeah, David said you
Dave
talking
said I'm
about
so
soccer
dumb.
right now.
Mhm.
They do call soccer football out here. So when they say football, they are talking about soccer. So I have to be mindful of that when I'm talking. But it's all good. But listen, man, what we looking for? Jess, man, what you looking for? Since you think Chop Robinson ain't gonna have a fall off, what you looking for in this upcoming preseason game? Do you think Chop playing this game?
Maybe, but not long. If Mike McDaniel is doing like what it seems like he's doing, and almost like protecting, which like you okay, so you see other teams, right, and they have their starters playing and this and that. Like it's almost like Mike McDaniel is trying to like protect people, which is kind of dumb in a sense. Like, I think he's just afraid of the whole injury bug thing. I would like to see him play longer than I think that he probably will. I know David's in the chat saying that he's getting over 1.5 sacks tomorrow. But I would like to, I don't know. I think like the defense, from my front, the defense is okay. So I'm not really like overly doing anything expectation wise from them, but I want to see what the offense is going to do. Not that they did bad last weekend, but ending in a tie doesn't do it for me. Like I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't do nothing. Yeah, it's a tie. Yeah.
Well,
It didn't do nothing for me. So I'm like, okay, like y'all did good, but not great. You didn't do good enough, at least in my eyes.
well, that's a good question. Jess, Tone, Mike McDaniel said the starters were not playing. Do you think that he meant like on both sides of the ball, or do you think that was just like an
Mm.
offensive thing and You see some of the starters like Chop, Jalen, Bradley. Are used like Zach Sealer. He didn't practice yesterday in the second joint practice, but do you think it was starters across the board or just starters on offense that are not playing?
If he said it the way you guys are saying he said it, that the starters aren't playing, it better be starters across the board. Because if he just referred to the offensive starters are starters, then what are we saying here? Right? So I don't know, but maybe some of the defensive guys may get a couple of
Yeah,
reps.
I would
Maybe
like
some of the offensive guys. What happened?
somebody, anybody. I mean, please don't make it like it's gonna just be very boring. Like I want to see somebody.
Mike said Tony Lewis, Jess, you guys doing live show tomorrow during the game. I'm watching the show on my phone. Mike Best is gonna be 7 o'clock. I think I have like an hour because I think I'm doing like no, I have an hour and a half to watch the game. Because we're going on this little boat, little whatever excursion at 8 o'clock. No, at 8:30. I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to them. But I'm watching it on my phone. I could technically be backstage, but I'm watching it on my other phone. So yeah, if I'm not at the hotel, then I won't be able to watch it on the other phone and be on live because I only purchased the unlimited data plan for one of my phones. So I don't know. That's up to them.
Wait a minute. Hey, forget about the preseason calling of the game. Tone, you gonna be on one of them little romantic boats going through the city and stuff? Is that what you said?
No, what would you get a romantic boat for? What? You get a
Hey,
romantic boat?
every time I watch a movie out there in Europe or whatever, and the guys are pushing the rowing the boat, and it's the male and female, and they just sitting back there and they looking at the scenery, and that's all. That I don't know. Maybe that was just me.
No,
Hey,
it's like a group. It's like I think it hold like 30 people. I believe it is 30 people, and they take you around all of their major because they have like major little monuments and things of that nature. So they take you around those. It's like a 2 hour boat tour. So no, and stop, cut it out, Lou. Cut it out. Oh Lord, but no,
nah,
I don't know.
Shake, your comments will never get denied here, Shake. Shake saying we're not putting up his comments. That's crazy.
I can't.
What happened, Shake? What
What is
happened?
it? I guess my comments are getting ignored today. Oh wow, what did he say?
I'm scrolling, scrolling,
Hey
scrolling.
yo, I'm strolling up and I see too many facts, Lou. Yeah, y'all don't play with me out here, man.
That
I
man
don't see
Shake, I found one. Shake said I don't speak French, but I kiss that way. I mean,
Oh
hey,
wow. Hey yo.
hey,
They
hey,
they say
hey.
Wow.
they saying Tony getting married. He going on a love boat.
Yo, they light me up in the chat. Hey, God, dog, Lou, that's how you do your boy, God. I can't even fight back on that one. Hey, man. But Lou, what you probably not, Tony. I'm trying to find all of them, I guess. Lou, what you expecting tomorrow, bro?
I'm expecting both teams to play hard, Tone. That's what I'm expecting. Nah,
You
listen.
should have played it. Oh, I was slipping on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
You should both
I should
teams
have
to
played
play
it.
hard.
Uh,
So go ahead.
Nah, bro. Look again. I think if the starters don't play, I guess I'm looking for Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers to kind of be better than they were game one. That's probably going to mean that D. Eskridge and Eric is a comma, and both Washington brothers. I want to see if Taj can kind of put another game together like he had in week one or a preseason game one against the Bears. And then that offensive line, the Brunskill of the world, the Larry Borums of the world, to see if they all I'm looking for, Tone, to be honest, is just guys being better than they were uh, against the Bears, right? That's all we could care. I don't care. Listen, corners are going to get beat tomorrow. We know that, right? Um, so again, just be better than you were week one. I don't really care about the win. If the Dolphins win or lose, that really don't matter to me. I just want to see a tough-minded football team that doesn't get punched around, and just again everybody across the board just to be better than what the performance they put out week one again or preseason game one against the Bears. That's realistically for me. That's all I'm looking for. Wins and losses at this point in the preseason, that really don't matter to me. Just try to be better than what you showed against the Bears week 1.
I see Shake said, no, I was asking Tony what side of the car does he drive on in France. Hey, Shake, I think that's in London. In Paris out here, no. But I will show y'all. So let me see if y'all can see this. It's kind of dark out here, so let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this car right here? I don't.
Barely, kind of.
Well, let me see about this. Well, I just want to. They park on the sidewalk over here. It's crazy. Can y'all see that one? Can y'all see this one?
Yeah, like the outline, we can see a little bit of it.
Oh, my bad. Well, I'm trying to show. I'm trying to show y'all. They park. They are literally parking on the sidewalk. Like this is sidewalk that I'm walking down.
Oh
They
yeah,
park
okay,
on.
we can see
They
it when
don't.
you just did that.
What this like that?
Yeah, we can see it
Okay, yeah.
then.
Yeah, they parking on the sidewalk and is that like that across the street too? So I don't know. They don't park on the road out here. This kind of wild. They what if somebody get? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't think y'all can see inside there, but now that the steerwood is still on the left side, I think it's in London. As far as here in Paris, I haven't seen no car. I was expecting to see that too, but I was told it was in London. He say,
Um, Tone, you care to? I'm trying to figure out
KP
what
say,
does the European culture, bro. I'm trying. What does that mean?
Can you
Tony, it's okay
elaborate
to
on
miss
that?
this the sorry ass Finns second preseason game. Go get you some European culture.
You care to elaborate on that, Tony? What does that mean?
I don't play soccer. KP, both teams play hard. That's the best I can say. I don't know what that means.
Lou,
He must mean soccer or something like that, Lou. That's what I think it is.
Lou, what was that? What was that street? I'm trying to think of what was that street in Seattle? You trying to go find it? They got one of them over
Aurora Street.
Oh,
there.
that's Aurora Street, Jess, in Seattle. Yeah, yeah.
The day I have to go somewhere and find a street like that, y'all just get rid of me. I'm telling you right now. There is no way ever. I tell
um,
you what though, that I'm not easily impressed, but I was impressed by the Eiffel Tower. I'll tell you that. The Eiffel Tower was highly impressive. And at nighttime they light it up and put on a certain show. So I would say that. But man, climbing those stairs is wow. Adam,
can you read
what do
that
you
comment,
say?
or is that too long? I don't know if
It's
it can.
a with the starters sitting and the backups getting more reps, we should expect little drop off when they come in the game in the regular season, right? That's a fact, Adam. You know what? Yeah. That is a fact, and I don't know if you was here last show, most like you was. I said Jalen Ramsey said that in his little interview. Let me not say little interview. In his interview, you know how when you got a little, your little throw a little shade. But in his interview, he said that's their expectation out there in Pittsburgh. When Mike Tomlin sits give his vet rest days, he expect the backups to come in and perform just as well as the starters. So we need to hold that kind of standard here too, as well, because we have to compete against those guys. So yes, we should expect no drop off when it comes to our backups. However, honestly, we know realistically that's most likely not going to happen based on recent history with the Dolphins and their backups. Like the drop off is tremendous, and it's until they show me otherwise, they have to show me basically, and I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
Yeah, but I think again, see, these are the kind of and shout out to my guy Adam. But I think these are more NFL across the league problems than just a Miami Dolphin problem. Like, bro, again, it's no revelation what I'm about to say. But if your starters are not playing and your backups have to play, there's going to be a drop off.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's just a Miami Dolphin problem. It again, I know it sounds we're going to the extreme. But if Lamar Jackson is not playing for Baltimore, there's going to be a drop off with Tyler Huntley. right? Like
There
if
was a
Josh,
drop. We saw that drop off. Yeah, so I mean, he played well, but not well. Like his stats was terrible. It just the team built around him, helped him out. But yeah, you're right. That was a tremendous drop off.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I think when we have these conversations, we're just like, well, if the backups come into Miami, it should be the same thing, or it kind of resemble the starters. Nah, bro. I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to replace a Tyreek Hill with a Malik Washington, right? Like you're not going to be able to, and I know it's going to hurt people's feelings, but you're not replacing Tua with a Mike White and telling me there's not going to be no drop off. So again, just for me, I don't like when. And no shot at Adam. I just don't like when we kind of have that mindset. If your starters are not playing, it's a league wide problem. It's not a Miami Dolphin problem. You're going to see a drop off. I think that's where a
So
lot of people get confused. They think like all these teams have so much depth that there's not going to be a drop off. And I don't, at least for me anyway, Tone, Jess, I don't believe that to be the case.
I mean I get to you. I agree with you partially because yeah, certain positions, let's say quarterback, yeah, there's going to be drop off. But listen, when San Fran they were down to their third and fourth running back. It was still business as usual. Jordan Mason, yeah, I had him on my fantasy league because he was doing his thing. Even with Isaac Garindo, I don't know. I hope I'm saying his name right. He got in there. He was doing his thing. So I don't think it should be a major drop off on every position at every position, but certain key positions, yes. Like when what's the dude, the center that got Kelsey, when he went down, they did fine in Philly. It didn't wasn't a major drop off, right? So I just think you should have people to where when certain positions you should be able to maintain and it not be a what, it's gonna be a drop off. I think the difference to your credit, Lou, I think the problem is it's a major drop off for us. And at every position, I don't think like I would like, so for instance, let's say Tyreek do go down. I would like you to use Charles Washington and Malik Washington and do what they're good at. Play to their strengths. They're not going to be Tyreek Hill, but you can make them productive to where all is not lost because you lost a starter for a game or two. For me, I'll temper my expectation to more of that kind of expectation to where, yes, there's going to be a fall off, but let's use those guys and use them to their strengths, I guess.
And absolutely, Tone, I'm with you, right? But let's go back to your Philadelphia analogy. They lost their center, and a guy came in and was productive. Absolutely. But in the Dolphins' case, and I'm not trying to make no excuses for them, they lost three off.
Did he cut out or is it me?
Yeah, did he cut out for me too?
Okay.
And we
Oh, we lost
lost
him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was going to say how we lost multiple people in key positions. Like I think at one point we did lose Tua, we did lose our center, we did have you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of key positions that players was missing, and then I think we lost both of our edge rushers, things of that nature. So yeah, it was a lot of injuries that piled up to where, yeah, it's hard to say we don't want to see a drop off in those kind of scenarios. If that's his point that he was making, then I would understand and concede that argument because at some point, like look at Detroit. Like Detroit, at some point, those injuries did catch up with them. That defense wasn't the same. In at the end of the season, how it was towards the beginning and middle of the season because those injuries started to eventually take their toll. Um, that's McDaniel's biggest weakness, Tony. He can't change his game plan to the player's strength. He just plays the same no matter what. If he is like that, if that's his biggest weakness, then he should always have people with like skill sets, right? They should be alike. And that way you could just plug and play players. If that is the case, I can't I can't dispute that because I have been frustrated in the way he was using Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley, even though the plays were there to be made, I just don't think they had the skill set to, execute those plays at a high level as Tua. But that is that's part of coaching. That's part of learning the ins and outs of play calling and knowing your personnel. Lou,
Yeah,
you back?
Yeah, my fault. I got a phone call for work. What I'm saying is, like, with the analogy of the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah, they lost one center and they were able to overcome that. But if the Dolphins lose 3 or 4 linemen, I mean, the Eagles ain't overcoming 3 or 4 linemen going down at
Right.
one. Like,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? And even to the last point when I just came back, you were answering Mike Best's question. See, again, this is for me. I don't put this on Mike McDaniel. It would go back to that Indianapolis Colt game. We're talking about NFL football players here, Tone and Jess. Tyler Huntley has probably been a quarterback half of his life. You want to say, let's call it half of his life, right? That man couldn't throw a slant route. I mean, honestly, what do you want Mike McDaniel? What do you want Mike McDaniel to do at that point? It's virtually just all you could do is run the ball. Then, like, what do it? Like, I don't understand how people. Well, Mike McDaniel can't make a right adjustment. Well, what is the right adjustment if your quarterback can't throw a slant to a receiver that is running 4 or 5 yards open in the NFL? Like, what? What? Please, someone. What is that adjustment?
I think so for me, I wouldn't he should be able to run the throw a slant, right? And he did better in one of those games when he had, I guess, the highest rating and everybody was praising him for that. But I think you go to a more of an actual read run option, those type of plays and adding some bootlegs and moving him out of the pocket and letting him use his leg and his athletic ability because we know that's his greatest strength. But him not being able to throw a slant, yeah, that Mike McDaniel can't do nothing with that.
Well,
like
well,
it's a slant.
and again, and this is where the problem really lies then. And I'm just going to come out and say it. We can't practice that, though, in practice, because if Tua's healthy, and this is not just
No, but
somebody.
we run those, Lou. That's why I said. That's why I said actually run the read option because we run that with Tua. He just don't ever take the run option.
Well, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. You're right. You're right. But again, they did run the read option with Tyler Huntley, though.
Yeah, they did. That's why I said more. He should have ran more of the read option. Make them because like with those type of plays, I'll be real with you.
But
And Tyler
it was
Huntley is trash, so we could. I ain't gonna say trash, but not being able to throw a
it
slant
wasn't
like that.
working when they did run it, Tone. It's easy for us to say run it more, but when he did run it, they weren't working either.
Well, my mindset is the same. I have the same mindset when I get with the running a game. If you just because you have a couple negative plays, don't mean you stop. You start running those type of plays. You don't give up on a run just because every play is not run, or you starting off slow. Eventually, those plays because at the end of the day, that's what he's best at, and that's all. That's why I didn't give pushback, and I also didn't say, "Well, you right, Mike Best." I was like, that's part of learning the thing that he could improve upon. But that's not a major for me. It's not a major issue like how other people make it, as if he just stick to the same thing and don't do anything. And no, I'm not one of those guys. But I am someone like, well, let's simplify the game even if as much more as you can. Again, and we won't like you say if he throwing slants and doing those, and he did that. Let's say he ran those type of plays that suit him the whole game, and he failed. I will be just like you. What you want Mike McDaniel to do? You want him to run different plays? He couldn't run the simple plays. You know what I'm saying? So of course I don't expect him to do more. You know, plays that require him to think and read defenses and be on time and understand this. No, I wouldn't expect him to make those kind of play calls. You simplify the playbook and you just narrow it down to the things that he does best, especially considering the circumstance that he came in, that he was here in short. But I mean that's to me that's minor. That's like a minor issue to the larger problems of Mike McDaniel, which is more handling your player personnel than your X's and O's. I don't have too many questions about his or pushback when it comes to him and his X's and O's. I don't. Oh wait, Mike Best says, I want to say for myself, I appreciate you, Tony, taking the time off for your vacation to come do the show for us. Much respect. Hey, appreciate you, man. Hey man, listen, man. That's a fact. Appreciate y'all. Listen, man, we do this for y'all. Like, be honest with you. They'll tell you like, nah, we want I need this to be full content, and no drop off just because it's different circumstances. So yeah, we do this for y'all. We make sure we give 100% effort. So when we put on a show and we hold a standard, I think we're gonna keep that standard. So
Now, 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 first of all, the shooting at my dog Alex is crazy. By the way, I don't know why we always got to shoot at Alex, but and Tone, I ain't gonna lie to you. What I'm about to say, right, is gonna come off as hate, right? But it's not hate. I just want you to know it's not hate. It's gonna sound like hate though, right?
oh, that's just say respectfully at the end of it, Lou. You know how to go.
Yeah. How in the hell does Mike Best want to come out and say, "Oh, for me, I appreciate Tony taking time off of his vacation to come and do it." Now, when I was on vacation and I came through to do the show, I didn't see not one comment like that, not one. But now all of a sudden Tony does it, and hey, you see, Jess? Oh, we appreciate Tone.
You need
Oh,
laughing emojis.
all I'm saying is, hey man, see, and again, Tone, that's no hate on you, dog. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you over here, but Mike Best, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
Hey, Mike Best, it's a slogan I like to say, man. It's levels, man. You went on vacation. You was in, man. I'm 6 hours ahead of y'all. It's levels to this, man. I'm up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning where I'm at right now, Lou. You understand me? Can I get my flowers, my brother? Just let me get my flowers. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
my bad. Get them flowers, dog. Get them.
Hey, yo, but nah, bro. That's it. I
Even
appreciate
I
y'all,
get
man.
appreciative messages.
I appreciate Jess and everything she does. Saying you appreciate Jess and everything she does after Lewis just said what he said is wild. I'm not even gonna lie. You didn't even say Jess and Lou. I'll say, oh wow. Yo, Lou, I don't know, Lou. You might can win a pose, but boy, you don't got the chat.
Yeah, that's crazy. They ain't giving me no flowers today, man. It is what it is.
Hey,
Standing on
that boy
business.
said I said what I said. Oh, standing on business is kind
That's
of
my
crazy.
bestie.
Hey man, listen, man. Hey, hopefully they do well. For me tomorrow night. I mean tonight, later on tonight.
Okay,
Um,
Trey, read
but
that.
at the end of the day, hey man, it is what it is. I appreciate y'all. We out here. Lou, Jess, y'all got anything else? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get up early.
No. I'm good on my end. Jess, you?
I'm good at my end. Let's hope for the best for tomorrow.
All right, so
All
I,
right.
I can't end the show like normally. So Lou, get us up out of here.
All right, well, bet then. This has been the Friday episode of the Blitz Pickup for the producer in the back, for Jess, for Mr. We, the people over there on the other side of the country right now. One day in, he already saying he don't rock with America no more. For your boy Tone, right? This is the Blitz Pickup. We'll see y'all Monday, 7:30-ish. Tony is holding the revolver, even though they don't carry pistols over there in Europe. It still goes